Welcome to my channel again, and thank you for watching my videos about T.Goodridge books. I know that I'm a little bit obsessed with them, but I hope that you also don't mind me to talk a little bit more about one of my favorite artists. So this video will be about pictures which are most interesting and most inspiring for me. I can't say that I'm ready to start coloring them now. I love probably 90% of all pictures in her books, but some of them are a little bit easier to color and some of them are challenging, even if I think that I mastered quite nicely how to color in T.Goodridge books, but some of the pictures I want to do on the perfect level without any challenging elements, without problems. So pictures which for me the most interesting are those which have nice perspective, like this beautiful village scene from the Wish You Were Here. Well, in this book I would say that many pictures for me have dark black lines, too thick, but for the picture here I don't mind to have them. And we have here like three areas: this beautiful area of the board, and this fishing board probably was one of the reasons why I selected it as one of my most interesting. Then we have here big buildings on the bank and those smaller houses on the hills which are far from us. So we have nice perspective, many interesting elements, and I think that here we have a village somewhere in England. So when I decide to color this picture, I definitely will go and I will look at the inspirational pictures from the many fishing villages. Which kind of color is more traditional there? Which color for the stone? More brown, more gray? What kind of roof they usually do with terracotta or maybe something darker? So I love to do some inspirational search before I color pictures here. And another one is this Japanese garden. Again, maybe I project a little bit my dreams. Here I know that it won't be possible for me to travel in Japan in the nearest future, maybe ever, but I can color it in my books. So again, I could imagine how I do green areas here. Water again for me is challenging, so that's why I hadn't started yet to color this one. I would love to show properly the flow of water here, and I haven't decided yet how to color this beautiful building with traditional Japanese roof. I also need to do some research which colors to use for the walls. Usually I think that they are yellow, but I would also they are white, but I would also love to decorate them with yellow and gold. For the roof I think about maybe bluish green, or maybe bluish green with a little bit of red. I hope that it won't be too motley. So for this page where we have a lot of green colors, I think about a couple of bright elements like a red bridge and a little bit of red here near the roof. And here I would do very delicate pink flowers on this tiny tree or bush. Very nice, but I wouldn't say that I am ready yet to color it. In country garden, I love this one because we have here sunflowers, and it's one of the uh, nicely shaped sunflowers. In some of her other books they are more simplified. Here they have beautiful shape. And here we have dahlias, which are my absolute favorite in real life. And dahlias, they are not very frequent guests in pictures by T.Goodridge or by other artists. So I would love to do it somewhere in August. Maybe I will gather my courage and I will do it in August, because otherwise it's not very complicated. You just need to select colors for the brick work, for the brick wall, and for the here for the walk, and to select colors for the rest of the botanical elements, so this flower composition would be the focal point. Another one is this. I have two similar pictures actually in Country Charm and this one. Both of them, they are similar actually. Both of them I imagine are like evening pictures with dark blue sky. So maybe I need to do one as evening and one as a daylight. Here we have very festive atmosphere, maybe like birthday. So I have some ideas to color it for my birthday in August. Many flowers. Maybe this one will go as a daylight. Here we have nice lemonade on the table. Just I don't know what to do with the background, how to do this border between sky and area of grass. When I make this final idea, maybe to add some bushes behind or just a line between grass and sky, then I will be ready to start this one. If I do that one as a daylight, then this picture with lanterns I can turn into an evening picture. But we have many things which people usually eat during daytime, so I don't know, but they are quite interesting. Composition is perfect, very well balanced. Again, a delicate background, so you can do hills. Usually I complain about trees in Teresa Goodridge books that they look a little bit bald and not with many leaves, but here, because of those flags, tree looks perfect, and many interesting things here. Even those flowers, which are usually not my favorite thing, I will slightly cover them with Posca. I want to make them slightly smaller, or maybe I will add smaller flowers between them so they will look more realistic, because part of the page looks really like adult coloring and only those flowers are more like from children's book. But otherwise picture is absolutely great and I love it. Another one which is very interesting for me, and I think that I already tried to start color planning for it several times, it's this one. But again, it's difficult because we have interesting landscape on the other bank on the river, then water, then this interesting garden again with water flow, so you have to think which color palette to use for the foreground, for the background, and for all those elements to show this perspective. Well, maybe this summer I will be ready for it or maybe not, but that's definitely a picture about which I think very frequently. In a village charm, again picture with 3 steps of landscape, because we have this water. I love color pictures with water, even if each time I am not satisfied how my water looks. But just look at all those interesting things. Here we have beautiful bank of the river, then beautiful stone brick bridge and tunnel behind, and then this row of buildings. For me, again, it's English countryside, so maybe some of the research I have to do. So I think about quite light, almost white colors for the buildings, maybe with a little bit of cream and peach for some of them, or maybe in cold colors to add shading in cool gray or slate gray, and with quite dark roofs. So I started to do color planning, but I don't want to mess up with such beautiful pictures. So I continue to color nice pictures, but not the most interesting. I'm still a little bit too coward to start coloring my favorite pictures. And finally, in Country Charm, which honestly, I love all pictures here, and I will gladly start to color autumn and winter pictures here, but as a summer project I would love to do this one. Here I think that we have one of the most beautiful flower composition in all Teresa books. You know that I sometimes critique that flowers can be childish. Here everything is perfect, and interesting table in front of us and that cupboard with tableware behind of us. So somehow I will need to show this depth of the kitchen. The table is closer and cupboard is in the depth of the kitchen, and all this beautiful tableware and yummy things. Oh, I am totally in love with this one. I think that this has the biggest chances to be started in the nearest future. So that was my top list. As I said, I love all her books, but some of the pictures are more interesting. So please wish me luck to gather some courage and to do some pictures from this list.